Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I am here today in collaboration with several other amazing WW YouTubers to share with you guys some tips about Valentine's Day. As we know, Valentine's Day is a huge candy, chocolate, out to dinner, one of the biggest of the year that we can use to give us an excuse to fall off of the WW bandwagon. So I am here in partnership with my other YouTubers and hosted by Active Rachel Ann. If you have not visited her channel, I urge you to do so. She has an amazing channel full of WW content, vlogs, fun clips of her and her dog. She's awesome. Her channel is hilarious. I am going to link all of the channels in the description box below of everybody that we collaborated with on this video. So I'm going to share with you all today 5 tips on how to get back on track after Valentine's Day. Some of these tips you've probably never thought of, and other ones are kind of common sense, but I want to share with you the reason why these are my top 5. So if you want to get back on track after Valentine's Day, see a loss on the scale. Tip number 1. We know when we indulge, we go to bed feeling extremely full. We're disappointed in ourselves for overindulging. We wake up the next day and think, I'm not eating all day, all week, all month for the rest of the year. I'm still full from yesterday. I overindulged. I used 5,000 points yesterday. So today I'm going to fast and skip my meals. I am here to tell you that that is not the solution. And let me tell you why that's not the solution. I recommend that after a cheat day or a splurge day that you do a few things to help your body feel normal again and get back on track. And one of those is not fasting and skipping your meals. Most importantly, do not skip your breakfast. When you wake up in the morning, if you're not hungry right away, wait a few minutes and go and have your breakfast. Now, when you eat your breakfast, focus on proteins. Skip the carbs. Typically, when we overindulge or when we cheat, we have a lot of carbs, we have a lot of sweets, we have a lot of salty foods, fries and chips. So we don't want to make our body crave those items again the day after an indulgence. So I recommend that you eat a high protein breakfast, maybe some eggs, some turkey bacon, some sausage, some fruit, and just skip those carbs, those breads, those donuts, those muffins. Skip those just for the day after. You can get back to those once you feel like you've shed some of your overindulgence, but just skip with a high or stick with a high protein breakfast the next day. It really does make a difference. You definitely need to eat. And that is my big tip is do not fast. Do not starve yourself. Do not think that you're not going to eat the whole day because it's not going to work. There are other things that you can do to help shed that water weight or that sodium or that weight that you've gained on your day or days of indulgence. So make sure you eat your breakfast, stick with high protein, and skip the carbs the day after. Number 2, water, water, and more water. I know we drink water all the time on WW, but typically when we overindulge, the next day we feel bloated. That's a very common symptom of a lot of sodium intake, a lot of salty foods, a lot of sweets. So the way to combat that, as ironic as it sounds, is to drink your water. I would recommend that you drink double your normal amount of water. So if you are someone that drinks 96 ounces of water on a given normal WW day where you are on track, I recommend that you double that and you drink 194 ounces of water that day. Now, if you are a huge water consumer, you know, someone that drinks 200-300 ounces, 2-3 gallons a day, clearly you're not going to be able to double that. But the tip that I want you to take away from this is just up your water intake. It flushes out all that sodium. It flushes out all the bad things that you ate before. And you definitely will see the bloating subside and you will see the scale drop a lot faster if you up your water intake. Now, if you don't like water or you struggle to get your water in, you can add water flavorings, you can add Mio, you can add Crystal Light, you can add lemon. That is totally fine. As long as you drink your water, that's the most important piece of tip number 2. Water, water, and more water. Tip number 3, purge your house. Get rid of any temptations. If you went and bought a dozen cookies from the bakery, 2 bags of chips and some dip, and you overindulged on that the day before, get rid of it. It's okay to throw food away if it derails you from your ultimate goal. It's okay. And if you really struggle with throwing the food away, give it away. Give it to a neighbor. Pawn it off on your children. Take it to work Do something so that you can purge your house of all of those foods that are temptations for you and all of those things that helped you get to where you feel today, which is bloated, like you overindulge, like you're off the bandwagon. Just purge your house, get rid of it all. You'll feel better and you won't have those temptations laying around. And with that also comes fill your house with the things that you can eat. Go to the grocery store, get some fresh fruits and vegetables, get some chicken, get some eggs, get some cottage cheese, some yogurt, get the things that are on plan that still taste good so that you'll gravitate towards those items rather than to the items that you shouldn't be having. It is most important the day after an indulgence like Valentine's Day that you just get back on track. And in order to do that, you can't have all of those temptations around your house. Get rid of all of those tempting food items. Number 4, don't weigh yourself and don't measure yourself. For heaven's sake, skip it. Skip it for a few days. Do not weigh or measure yourself. You're going to be grossly disappointed because you are going to have bloating. You're going to have sodium. You're going to potentially be quite a bit up on the scale. But remember, you can't gain 10 pounds in one day. You can't even gain 5 pounds in one day. And in fact, you're hard pressed to gain 2 or 3 pounds in one day. That increase on the scale or that increase in inches is because of the bloat, because of the sodium. It's not actual fat gain. Now, can you gain 1 pound, potentially 2 pounds? Absolutely, depending on how much you ate and how much you overindulged. But if you give yourself a chance to reduce that bloat and reduce some of that negative effect from your splurge day on Valentine's Day, you're going to not be freaked out when you hop on the scale or pull out your measuring tape. So don't weigh yourself. Don't measure yourself for a few days. Give yourself a couple days to get back on track, to start feeling back to normal, to start feeling the change in your clothes, in the bloat. Then go ahead and weigh and measure yourself. Now, I will urge you that if you have a WW workshop the following day or within a day after your indulgence, you still need to go. You need to attend your workshop, but WW offers you a no weigh-in. You can still go to your workshop and not weigh in. Sometimes you need the workshop and sometimes the workshop needs you. And when you've overindulged, this is a time that you need the workshop. So go and use your get out of jail free card and skip your weigh-in. Give yourself a few days before you weigh and measure so that you're not disappointed. You already feel bad enough about your indulgence. Don't make it worse. And my number 5 tip, and in my opinion, the most important tip, give yourself some grace. Forgive yourself. We all make mistakes. That's why this is a lifestyle, a journey, not a diet, not a quick fix. We're all going to have those times where we overindulge, whether it's because there's a special event like Valentine's Day, an anniversary, a birthday, or just because we can't keep our mitts out of the candy. It's okay. Give yourself some grace and know that what you do 10% of the time is not going to impact the other 90% of the time that you are on program and doing the right thing. Don't punish yourself. Just carry on. Get back on track. Look at how far you've come. Focus on the positive things. How much weight have you lost? How much better do you feel? How has your physical endurance gotten better? Focus on those things and just give yourself the grace that you need after an indulgence. It happens. That's what weeklies are for. That's what fit points are for. That's what rollovers are for. So just don't be too hard on yourself and just move on and get back on track. That's the best thing that you can do for both your mental and your physical health. Thank you for joining me on my top 5 tips to get back on track after a holiday or Valentine's Day indulgence. Don't forget to check out the links of all of my fellow YouTubers down in the description box below. Wonderful ladies with wonderful, wonderful WW ideas. Thank you so much for watching. If you came over from another channel, let me know who sent you and do the same. If you go visit one of my fellow YouTubers, let them know that I sent you over. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time that I upload a new video. You don't want to miss out. Give my video a thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know what your plan is for the Valentine's Day holiday. What are you going to do as of today to get back on track and get back on program? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see all of you in my next video. Bye.